What's hanging, webheads? This is Webheaded Hero, and I am back with another review. Today we'll be looking at the Marvel Universe, Marvel's Greatest Battles comic packs, Spider-Man and Rhino. I picked this up at Toys R Us because it is the Toys R Us exclusive. As you can see there by the foil sticker. Pretty cool packaging, pretty much standard packaging for the Marvel Greatest Battles comic packs. There you can see the figures, picture of Spider-Man, and in the back you have the comic cover, The Amazing Spider-Man. Number, I don't know, it doesn't say what number, but maybe 41, I don't know. On the back here you have other figures in the wave. You have the Future Foundation, Spider-Man, and Doom, as well as the one we already have. And down here there's a little bio or read up on the figure, and it says, "A new force is on the rampage in New York. He's gigantic, he has superhuman strength, and is almost indestructible. What's he after? And how do you stop him if his suit is tougher than tank armor? Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man will have to answer these questions while remembering to dodge as he battles one of the most powerful foes for the first time." So, let's go ahead and open up Spider-Man and Rhino and have a look at the figures. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, here we have Spider-Man and Rhino out of packaging. First off, let's go ahead and have a look at the comic book that it comes with. There you can see it says The Amazing Spider-Man, The Horns of Rhino. And give you a quick flip through here and show you what some of the pages look like. You got Rhino there stomping through what appears to be a desert. J. Jonah Jameson freaking out about something. It's something to do with an astronaut up there. More Rhino stuff. Pretty cool. Look forward to reading this. But we'll set it aside for now. Over this way. And have a look at the figures. First off, we'll go ahead and get Spider-Man out of the way. He does come with this sort of a web accessory that we've gotten hundreds of times before. It's made out of a soft rubbery plastic. It does have some nice black wash on it, but other than that it's just a flat gray color. So we'll set this aside and have a look at Spider-Man. Now Spider-Man does have the newer leg articulation, which I really like. But first let's take a look at something that I also really like about the figure, which is they got the lines greatly accurate on this one. No problems with the face. Used to be they would all get blurry and all messy. We'll see if I can focus this a little more. As you can see there, it's done very well. It is a black that's on his suit here instead of a blue, which I like too. I mean, blue's the classic, but it's nice to have a little variation for sure. One thing I will say is that the color of his head is a little different. You may be able to see that from the color of his body. It's very, very subtle. You hardly recognize it, but it is just something to point out. The spider on there is also done very well. It's interesting to see how they got it that neat. My legs on here are a little bent, so I'll probably have to go and put it in some hot water, but it shouldn't be too much of a trouble to fix. Also, the spider on the back is done very, very well. And the eyes. Didn't have any problems with the eyes on mine. They look great in my opinion. So, in terms of articulation, he does have a rotation on the head. A little bit of an up and down movement. Not much at all, though. You do have the full range of motion in the shoulders, in and out. Come on, go back down. There we go. It goes back down. It's a little bit of a tight joint. There's a upper bicep swivel, a single bend at the elbow. It almost looks like somebody put the forearm backwards. See how it bends down like that? Interesting. Anyways, you got that. It also has a swivel at the wrist. Same articulation on this side. You do have a, oh, that's cool. They've continued the lines also on the suit, so that's nice. And of course, there's nothing to continue there. So Anyways, you do have an upper torso articulation. It does rotate and go up and down a considerable amount. No waist articulation. You do have some leg movement, not a whole lot. It goes forward about that much. You do have a double bend at the knee, which is very cool. Pretty much standard too. You do have a swivel at the upper thigh and a swivel and bend at the foot. So yeah, there's Spider-Man. We'll go ahead and have a look at the Rhino, which I believe is a repackage from the Spider-Man line, the 3¾ inch line. And here he is. He is a great looking figure though. I really like what they did with the paint. It makes him look sort of dirty and really, really cool. I like this gray they used. I do have some complaints about him, not many, but just a few. But let's go ahead and have a look at the head sculpt. You can see that he's certainly very angry. What's kind of cool is that he also has the rhino eyes on the side, so that's interesting. Really nice texturing all throughout the figure. Really cool rhino skin on his toes even. Very, very cool. He has 2 closed fists, as you can see there. It's a little bit more of a lighter color on the underside, which is pretty cool. And on the back here, sort of got some spine texture going on. Some other stuff. So a lot of detail. On the feet, you do have pegs in case you want to put them on a stand or a base. Now, on to the complaints. First off, really the only complaint about this figure is the lack of articulation in the legs. The legs are a single molded piece. You are able to have this sort of a hip joint here where you can turn it so you can move it different ways, but that's all you have on the hips. There's no knee joint, there's no ankle joint. Looks like they spent all their money on the looks of the figure and none on the actual function of it. Now with that said, he does have some nice articulation. He has this really cool head articulation that he's able to look all the way up, so if you want to have him sort of in a ramming pose, or he look down, and he also has a rotation there. Also you have a rotation at the bicep, not the bicep, the shoulder there. You have a rotation at the bicep, rotation at the forearm, a single bend at the forearm, no wrist articulation, and that's about it. Really, I'm just going to display him in a sort of static pose anyways, so I'm not going to be playing with him or anything, but it would have been nice to have them include a little more articulation in the figure. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool set here. If you'll hang with me for 1 second, I'm going to go grab my other Spider-Man. I will be right back, so bear with me. Okay, I'm back. Here is a comparison with the Spider-Man we got with Captain Britain. So you can see, of course, it's very, very blurry. There we go. See the differences in coloring there. This one, the lines are off. You can see there on the belt. It's going way down below. Also, it's really pretty much the same exact figure, to be honest with you. Just different colors. This one has the black and this one has the blue. I think this one actually looks better, in my opinion, than this one, but both are very cool figures. Anyways, all in all, it's a pretty cool set. Size comparison, here he is with, or here they are with the Batman Movie Masters Dark Knight Rises figure, and let's throw him in there with a G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. So, in pretty good scale. Of course, you can't see it, of course, because it is, oh my goodness, this camera. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, they're in pretty good scale. Pretty cool figures. Great to add to the collection. So until next time, guys, I'm Webheaded Hero. Keep collecting. Hey, Webheads, love high-end figures and collectibles? Then shop where I shop at Alter Ego Comics. From hot toys to sideshow collectibles, but fill your superhero needs with super prices. So what are you waiting for? Go now and check out the source of the world's finest pop culture collectibles at AlterEgoComics.com.